enough to see Great Garden. You should go.
I'd like to
Place
trade
is
some
run by
items.
robots.
Sure thing.
Yeah?
Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days. Biggest town I ever saw.
There's so much ground to cover in the Commonwealth. Where should we go next?
Something's out there.
Find them. Don't think I will help.
It's over.
Would you like me to go with you?
Dr. Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of a revelation.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
I don't care about who's to blame. I just wanted to stop a killer.
Yes, of course. Your pragmatism is admirable. It does matter, though. If everyone sees the Institute as a villain, dangerous forces could align against us. If we can put the lie to such assumptions, we diminish that threat. But enough about that. The task is done, and you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs smoothly.
Quentin is such a liar. How'd he know what the surface is like? He's never been up there.
Hey, pal.
I thought all the surface people look like monsters. But you seem pretty normal.
Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right.
All this must be a little overwhelming for you.
Your quarters are just inside, sir. When you're finished here, sir, Father wants to see you.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia is a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
I can't express how truly humbling it is to stand in your presence.
Son.
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
After everything I've been through to find you, I think you already know.
I'm sorry, Father. Of course. You're right. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. And they no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They mean well. They're only doing what they think is right.
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the result of their selfish, short-sighted plan. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more embolden. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the railroad can hide them.
Sounds pretty simple.
Hopefully, yes. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
I'll act quickly. You can count on me.
You'll have a contact waiting for you just outside Bunker Hill. Good luck.
Establishing Mercer Safe House is a sign we're on the road to recovery. Thank you for that.
You're the real deal. You actually made it inside the Institute.
Can I talk to you?
Something on your mind?
The Institute knows about Bunker Hill. They're planning to recapture the synths there.
The timing couldn't be worse. The old man's been sitting on those 4 synths. There's nowhere else that's safe we could put them. Maintaining your cover is vital, but the sacrifice is just too great.
How much damage would it cause if we let them hit us?
We're running out of places to hide our synths. That's why we put so many eggs in one crowded basket to begin with. So what would we lose? 4 synths, Stockton, some of our best agents, and the inevitable civilian casualties? No, not this time. We've never known when and where the Institute would strike us next. But now we have a chance to turn the tables. We wait until the enemy is in position, then we hit them hard. No one they send out comes back alive except you. Understand?
With me working the inside angle, this is doable.
We can't attack too early. We need to draw them into the kill zone, and then spring the trap. You'll know when. You'll probably have a Courser escort. You'll have to take them down. You've done it before, but it'll still be dangerous.
Like you said, I've done it before.
It's a risk, but it's one we have to take. So get it done.
Up there?
Hi.
Assume
We're
you're
all the
being
synths
watched.
got.
Always.
Someone was expecting trouble. We're asking for it.
Hey, there's a time and a place for that, and neither's here.
Pick this.
Sensor. Taking fire.
What?
Excuse me.
Huh?
Excuse me.
I can't believe you'd do that for us. Thank you. You've given us another chance at life. We won't forget it.
Hey there.
We'll get somewhere safe as soon as you're gone.
Excuse me.
Thank you for sparing us.
We'll get somewhere safe as soon as you're gone.
Hey.
I can't believe you'd do that for us. Thank you.
Hey there.
We're not backing down. We're gonna protect what's ours.
Hey there.
Huh?
detected.
Gone.
Attacking enemy.
Actuator damaged.
Counting for taste.
I hear something. No fight today. What's that? It was nothing.
Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They left me on ice. For 60 years.
They did. And for good reason. I was the perfect candidate. an infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you, as it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
That's all this is to you? All I am to you? Just another experiment?
No, that's not all. But still, I'm glad it turned out the way it did. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
We were totally ambushed. They were waiting for us.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe, given that all the intelligence leading up to this indicated we'd taken them by surprise. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Remember to practice good sanitation habits at all times.
Son,
Let's get this Directorate meeting over with before we speak further. Well, it's important.
This a clean floor.
Let's get this Directorate meeting over with before we speak further. Well, it's important.
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure, with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Excuse me, but, sir, are you sure this is, well, the proper time to be discussing that? Considering, given all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
What's Phase 3?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
In this world, I'm sure compromise is necessary.
Quite right. For far too long, we've been dependent on others. On our surroundings. That time is over. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Nuclear power? That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Not in our hands. I assure you this is the answer. This is the future. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir?
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
No! You can't
Please,
be serious!
Everyone, please, I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
This can't be happening. I only just found you.
I've had the same thoughts more than a few times. But we cannot let this stop us. Our work must continue. We can talk more later. Right now, The future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy. You can't be serious!
Really?
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. That's why I made the decision. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
Dr. Fillmore.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
I need some details here. I have no idea what I'm getting into.
Of course. That's why we're talking. Otherwise, you'd be up top already. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got it in my hands. I'm going with you.
You're going? That complicates things.
Not really, no. I admit I'm not fond of going up top, but I promise to stay out of your way. This device we're after? It's very sensitive equipment, and it's pretty damn old. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that I trust myself more. So, are you going to put up a stink, or can we get moving?
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our options dwindling quickly. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done. All that he has been.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Guess we'll have to go through them.
Oh, why?
Well, I wasn't expecting this. I guess it's nice to see some of our older models have been useful to you.
Here. For honor.
Ad Victoriam! Ad Victoriam! Elder Maxon!
No sign of the agitator. We'll have to search the rest of the building.
Calm down, Noel. You knew that this was coming. I don't understand why you're acting this way.
Don't tell me to calm down, Carl. When we started designing the beryllium agitator, you said it would be for the benefit of mankind. Instead, I find out that you have been planning on turning it over to the military all along. You lied to me.
Don't give me that high and mighty attitude. Have you picked up a newspaper lately? There's a war going on out there, Doctor. And if our side's going to win, it needs all the help it can get.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. Since when did science start taking sides? What did they promise you, Carl? Money?
Sweet. That's enough.
Hey.
What's the plan? Got something for me?
Your thoughts?
Storming Bunker Hill.
It's an ambush. Nice try.
Don't underestimate us again.
Shoot to kill.
Good.
No.
Hope you're smarter than
Help me. I'm flying.
when I thought we were getting along.
Blow the conduit! Now!
It's clever. I'll give them that.
Honor, glory.
We'll be taking that. Hello? What are you hiding? Just a...
Nice.
Bunch of
Damn.
That should do it. Elevator ought to have power again.
There we go. Got it. it. Nice.
Intruder alert!
Hostiles in sight!
Leave no survivors.
Huh?
Wait, what was that?
Take no trip! I can't move my arm!
Something's out there. Ha!
Area. Down our squad. Kill.
Hell yeah.
Lobby.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Your thoughts?
Traveling alone just doesn't hold the same allure it used to.
There's the reactor. Not a bad piece of work for its time.
Yeah, it looks great. Though I'd prefer it in our long-distant past. Let's wrap this up, shall we?
Through.
Never in my life did I expect to stand this close to a sun.
Guess they weren't so good at mitigating radiation back in those days. Levels are almost off the charts. I'll monitor things from here.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
The agitator. It should be in a port at the top of the reactor.
Security alert in the reactor chamber. Emergency lockdown initiated.
Just here. You saw him, right?
Don't know when they're beaten, do they?
Can't be much further now.
I'll help the synths buy some time. Make sure you get back to the Institute with the agitator.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Yeah?
So you'll be the new director, huh? Father always did like to challenge our assumptions.
Dr. Fillmore.
I think that was enough excitement for, well, ever. Thank you, really. Couldn't have managed it without you. I'll make sure the agitator gets where it needs to go. I understand Father is anxious to get you involved in something else. You'd better not keep him waiting.
Father has always been a little unpredictable. I suppose his choice of a successor shouldn't surprise
Dr.
me.
Thompson, I know we're not that close, but may I ask a favor of you?
Sure, of course.
Both Allie and myself are working late tonight. Now, normally it's not a big deal. Quentin is mostly self-sufficient, but it's the third night in a row.
Say no more. He can come over and have dinner with us. I'm sure the girls will be thrilled.
It's not too much trouble?
No trouble at all. Just come by when you're finished.
Do you know if the simulation on the main terminal has finished running?
The Institute is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.
Fatigue? No more than I'd expect from a man of my age.
Interesting. You're sticking to the regimen?
Yes, Doctor. I'm taking all my little pills.
Interesting. And you've been getting extra rest?
Are there many more of these questions?
Interesting. Any additional pain or tenderness?
Not that I've noticed, no. I feel quite well.
Interesting. How's your energy level? Feeling any fatigue?
No more than I'd expect from a man of my age.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Doctor. I think that will be all for now.
But I haven't quite finished.
I believe we're done now. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I understand mass fusion was a success, despite interference from the Brotherhood of Steel.
We handled them just fine.
That's what Dr. Fillmore reported. I'm quite pleased at the results. Would have been a terrible setback to lose that technology to those savages. The Brotherhood's intervention must be placed in a larger context, however, given their penchant for hoarding technology. Future conflict with them is guaranteed. We are, after all, keepers of the most advanced technology in the Commonwealth, if not beyond. It also cannot go unnoticed that there were concerns within the Institute about your allegiances. I, of course, never doubted your commitment to our cause. But by directly confronting the Brotherhood, I think you've put some others at ease. I'm proud of you, regardless. The Brotherhood is an issue for the future, and we must focus on the present. And look at me, rambling on like the old man I am. I'm wasting time. You're needed elsewhere at once.
Whatever it is, I can take care of it.
I certainly hope so. This situation, I'm afraid, is something of your creation, however unintentional.
I find that very hard to believe.
Yes, which is why I said I believe it to be unintentional. While you were assisting Dr. Fillmore, a second team was sent out to invite someone from the Commonwealth to join the Institute. Apparently, there was some miscommunication, and this individual called for help, which arrived in the form of your Minutemen. My understanding is that no shots have been fired. I would like it to stay that way. I need you to go there and speak to your Minutemen gathered outside. Insist that they stand down at once. Dr. Thompson is on site, and he will be your primary contact. I know you can resolve this situation, but it is of paramount importance that this special individual be brought to the Institute immediately.
I'm not going to betray the Minutemen.
I'm not asking you to. I expect that since these people have listened to you so far, they will continue to listen. Make them see reason. But please, hurry. If fighting breaks out, it will be difficult to stop.
Hey.
You need something?
Your thoughts?
I don't need to worry about the old Nick and his life anymore. I'll never be able to thank you for that.
Your thoughts?
Shame you're not a synth. We could keep this going until Judgment Day. Though I guess maybe we already missed it.
Your thoughts?
Every scumbag in the Commonwealth's gonna know our names.
Your thoughts?
The Commonwealth's not an easy place to travel alone. Nice to have someone watching my back.
Just wanted to check in. See how you feel things are going between us.
I got you as a friend. There's nothing more one old bot could ask for.
Your thoughts?
Should we get a move on?
Your thoughts?
At this rate, we're gonna have to put your name up on signs for the agency.
Your thoughts?
Count myself real lucky you pulled me out of that vault. Real lucky.
Your thoughts?
We'll make something out of the Commonwealth yet.
That was all I had.
Got it.
Hey, General.
What's going on here?
You're an unexpected surprise. We could use the backup. These Institute bastards aren't getting away. They'll have to go through us to get out of there. We don't know quite what we're up against, but it's good you're here to help. How did you hear about this?
I'm not sure you know what's going on here. This situation is complicated.
Oh, I know exactly what's going on. These assholes think they can kidnap whoever they want, whenever they want. Well, not today. Not while we're here. So, how do you want to play this? We thought about trying to lure them out here, since it'd be easier to kill them. But then we realized we probably ought to storm the place, to make sure they can't disappear on us. That makes sense, right? So, you want to lead the charge?
What do you know about the person who lives here?
Not too much. Wallace is his name. Kind of an egghead type, but real squirrely. Keeps to himself. We've checked in on him every now and then, but he didn't seem to want the company. So, we moving in or what?
Let's take them now, before they have a chance to get away.
All right. We'll follow your lead.
Hello, sir. General.
Yes. Movement detected.
There they are.
Curious.
Combat initiated.
All right. Looks like we're still in one piece.
I guess they got wide.
I don't see anything. Think we're a coward?
Yes?
That's so long as you're carrying it.
Let's do this.
Hell yeah! Huh?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Huh?
I knew it. Is that it? Is it over?
Heads up.
Juan.
Hey, Valentine.
All you gotta do is ask.
Your thoughts?
The Institute's recruitment process leaves something to be desired.
Your thoughts?
You're one hell of a partner.
Nothing else for now.
Sure, sure.
Sweet. Yes.
It's not an easy road you've chosen, but you're never alone in this.
Bad news. They kicked me out of the Institute. I can't get back in.
God damn it. We knew the whole operation was a long shot. I'm sure you did your best. With no way to coordinate with Z-114, I'm afraid we've lost our only chance.
We have to think of something to save the synths.
I wholeheartedly agree. Pam's already crunched the numbers on this scenario, though. Without help, the Railroad simply doesn't have the numbers to do anything to the Institute. To forcibly free the synths in the Institute, you need an army. There may be a way. Not with us, but with your Minutemen. If you continue rebuilding them, you'd have that army. Then with the data you got using Tom's holotape, maybe they can find a way back into the Institute. If we can help with that, let us know. But I fear the fate of all the synths lie with the Minutemen now.
Make sure you're never followed here. It's all our asses if you are.
Yeah?
I've made my choice. The Institute is now our enemy.
I always knew that day was coming. The question now is, what are we gonna do about it?
I don't think we have enough troops to go on the offensive. Yet.
I agree, General. And even if we were strong enough, we don't have any way to attack the Institute yet. Give Sturgis that data you swiped from the Institute. With any luck, he can find some way to get at him. In the meantime, we can focus on building up our strength while Sturgis is working his end. No half measures. This time, when we attack, we finish the job, once and for all. I've got something for you to do right now, actually. We've gotten big enough that we're having trouble communicating with all our settlements. It's a good problem to have, and I have a solution. I think it's time to retake the castle. It used to be the Minutemen HQ, way before my time. Well fortified, centrally located, and most important, it has a powerful radio transmitter we can use to broadcast to the whole Commonwealth.
It sounds like just what we need right now.
I thought you'd like the idea. So, should I have an assault force assemble near the castle?
Yeah, let's do this.
We'll do some recon and meet you outside the castle. See you there.
Hey, do you have a moment? I wanted to thank you for helping us out in Concord. If only we'd run into you sooner.
Don't mention it. You guys have been through hell, huh?
You have no idea. In these past few months, we've lost everything. My son, he's gone.
I understand how you feel. I lost someone too.
But you and I, we're still here, right? We have to go on. For them.
What's up?
Here's a holotape I happen to have. Full scan of the Institute network.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
We need a way to bring the fight to them.
Let's hope we got something we can use. Well, they sure aren't gonna fall for that teleport hijacker trick twice. Even if it wasn't a smoking pile of scrap metal. All the good stuff on here is gonna be encrypted. So the first job is to see if I can crack it. After that, well, I'll have to see what I've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe.
Need the key.
After all I've done, the lengths to which I've gone to give you a new home, a new life, for us to be a family. But you have made your choice. From this point on, you are an enemy of the Institute. Should you cross us, we will kill you. Go now, and live whatever meaningless life you can.